There we go. Hello, welcome back. It's part 3 today, and I think we'll probably end up going into Lexington and then down on to the Brotherhood of Steel. Well, there's a few things in Lexington that I want to do first. So, first of all, let's level up. I think it's time to start taking a couple of ranks in sneak. Not really the sneak ability. It's level 2 and level 3 I'm mostly interested in. Gives you immunity to floor-based traps and also no longer triggering enemy mines. And you can get that by level 12, which is exceptionally useful in this sort of run. So I better eat and drink as well. Fortunately, I think I've got a couple of melons on me, so I'll just munch on those. That should get rid of both the food and the drink requirement, and give me 6 rads into the process. Lovely. Yep. Nope. I need to eat some more. Wait a minute. What else have we got? Grilled radroach. Better, but still peckish. Wow. I was hungry. There we go. Right, properly fed. So, my action points back. Let's go in there. And in Lexington, there's a couple of magazines and a couple of fusion tools. And both of them are in the same place. Well, there's one fusion core magazine in one place and in another. One in another. So I'm going to do that. If you're interested to know where the key card for that little hut there is, instead of having to lockpick it, it's right up on the top of here at this end. I'll just show you. So through here. Oh yes. So there's a few little bits and pieces in here. If you want machete, Nuka-Cola, yes. Braxo always useful, and as well, but I don't need any purified water at the moment, so I'm not going to bother with those. And of course, there's a mine on that first stairwell. Don't forget that. Nuka-Cola bottle, because that's only half weight. And this little chest here, black storage key, and an iguana stick, how lovely. And the bowler hat. Very useful if you want to give Codsworth something to wear. It's the only item he can actually wear in the game. Now, do we want to go that way? That one's straight to Lexington. Up here, however, there is suit of power armor on a train that you can access with the advanced hacking perk. So, this is Trudy's diner. Fine. Okay, well, I want to be here anyway. Carry further along the road. Of things to note that I always collect along this road. One of those is coming up right now, and that is behind this green carton here. There's always, there's a machine, Nuka-Cola machine, which always has a Nuka-Cola quantum in it. Sometimes it's got other Nuka-Cola in it as well, which is nice, but this time it's got 2 in the quantum. Also along this road, and here's the first opportunity to use the wicked shipping company fleet key that you picked up near Abernathy Farm. These are one of 3 trailers in the game that you can actually open and get free stuff out of. So I'm going to take the tactical actually. Useful to break mod off that. And here's the train I was telling you about. There's 3 cars which are interesting bits of each of the 3. Ammo boxes, explosive crates, and this one. I think the next one is just an ammo box. No, maybe wrong. No, it is just an ammo box. And this is the interesting one. Be careful because up there's a bunch of dogs. So let's grab that right away. And this is the advanced.
No way I'm cracking this.
Ah, it appears I haven't taken advanced hacking yet. Of course not. I took advanced lockpick. Yes, advanced hacking. If you want to get many of the goodies early in the game, you need advanced hacking and advanced lockpicking. But we can always come back to that later if we need to. It's not really relevant. Could have been an extra fusion core, but right now we have 2 and a nearly full one, so we're going to head down into Lexington. Lexington, like most red rockets, it's got all the utility benches around it, so if you need any work done, these are the places to find. So there's some bits and pieces you can collect. That's the armor ledge over there, I don't really need that. Pile of ghouls in that building over there, which will wake up when you get too close, but you can do all this stuff without waking them up. So, can we make that into a bee? Yes, we can. Good. Now, so the helmet. Now, aha, right. Plenty of that. We need nuclear material for this. Well, we can start doing it. It's not like military paint. Well, it's pretty much like the T51 and the various different paint jobs you can get. But the military paint gives you an extra point of strength. And because I took so little strength on this character, it's going to be pretty useful. Actually, I might as well check. I think I need nuclear material for it. Yeah, I do. So I need another 5 nuclear material before I can get the full set of military. That's fine. It will take a little while. But we have time. As long as we don't die. If we die, then that's it. Right. Let's upgrade some of these. We need some more damage on this fellow. Yep. Nothing else on there yet. I think I'm probably out of screws or something like that. Yes. Gears and screws. Okay, well we can do all that. We're looking for screws and gears. Mostly. No. That's it there. Okay. Oh yes, that's what I wanted to do. Let's take the reflex off of that. Take down some steel, and we'll put the reflex sight on this. It's my favourite. I prefer the reflex sight with a dot, but I'll take the one with a circle as it's free. And fine. Okay, well that's pretty much all we can do there. Let's remember to heal myself. What do we want to use for that? Let's just use some water. There we go. Now, 2 places in Lexington I'll pop into. I haven't got the quest for the Minutemen yet, so there's no point in dropping it later. Right, now I'm in caution. That'll be from the ghouls. Maybe I can get a rance on one of them. There we go. They all sit in that corridor. Right. That's over there. They all sit in that corridor up there and they wake up eventually. There's ghouls everywhere in Lexington. Ooh, also... Damn. Hello. They found me. So slippery sometimes if you get in a panic they can just be swarming around you. You'll be firing and you won't hit a damn thing. Right, let's just gather my thoughts for a minute. What do we want to do there? Approach meat, yes, that's fine. Eat that and one of those. Okay, right, now we've got rid of that little threat. There we go, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 4, there's only 4 there. There's probably more up the top there still. But anyway, as I was saying, in Lexington you have a bunch of raiders, ghouls, and also later on if you come back here there's usually a behemoth wandering about. Now, the other important thing to remember in Lexington is that guy. That guy in the Raider power armor up there is the first time you'll come across an enemy with a fat man in the game, and trust me, he will use it. Let's see if we can get a hit. No. Okay, I'm going to bother with that. We'll take out his turret though, if I can. There we go. And then move away. This is light. Are you looking at me? Yep. There we go. Mostly dead. He's only he's pretty much always only a raider scum. Because you're still very low level. Scum with a fat man is still pretty lethal respect. There you go. I fell off and dropped his fat man. Lovely. Okay, anyway, let's grab these. They're full of oil and steel, so they'll be quite useful for repairing my armour and then getting some spare oil. If we go in here, this is one of the reasons I buy General Chow's Revenge, is because it's really useful against ghouls, especially early ghouls. And seeing as they're always throwing themselves at you and up close and personal, it's usually easier to melee them than it is to do anything else. Anyway, here we are. In here we have all sorts of dead ghouls, plus lots of empty bottles and lots of full muka bottles as well. That isn't usually up here. This ghoul over here will come alive very shortly, probably. No? Okay. I'm just being super stealthy at the moment in my big hulking armour. These two as well will jump up there. Well, they would have done if they'd been at all perceptive. But there's a ton of ghouls in here. appear out of the woodwork when you come within range of them. But there are two things in here really I want to pick up. I don't really want to show you all the ghouls because they're loads on. There's more in there. Medex, right, this is the first thing I want to show you. This is the Tales of a Town jerky vendor. Really easy magazine to grab early on for reduced prices. In here, if you wanna, there's a dead Minuteman and his laser musket, which I think is usually a laser musket with a splitter on it. I might be wrong there. It might change. If you jump up on the counter, oh hello. For some reason, the ghoul doesn't see you. Which is kind of weird, but I'll take it. Short laser musket, there we go. Well, that doesn't look like the one with the splitter. Maybe I'm mistaken, maybe it's the one downstairs that has the splitter. Anyway, there are 3 laser muskets in this place. Lots of Minutemen died in here. Let's grab those nukers. And the other thing I want from in here, if I can get to it without dying horribly to ghoul bites. Let's just go through here. To the power room. There's loads of stuff you can pick up in here, but most of it's just general. Boys. There was a ghoul around here. And that's the other thing that I want from the fusion core. Just grab as many early fusion cores as you can, and then you have plenty of time just to search through ammo boxes. And find 4 fusion cores at a time usually. Anyway, this is the downstairs part that I was talking about a minute ago. There'll be another dead Minuteman and laser musket in here, plus a couple of ghouls. But this sort of leads you out to the other side of the super duper mart. Let's grab you. So yeah, it's just a couple of ghouls in here. That's pretty decent. Another short laser musket. Okay, so the one with the splitter must be in the back where the main steamer trunk is, which I didn't show you, but I'm sure you'll find it on your own if you thoroughly explore this place. So let's open the door there. Okay, so let's go back to that. Shotgun. Right, now that's the back of the super duper mart. There's some raiders in here and a couple of machine gun turrets, which you can knock out if you really want to. Not really that interested right now. The other place I wanted to visit in Lexington before heading on down to the Brotherhood is Stick Pines. Here we are. Down here. Nuka-Cola machine, straight ahead of you, but for some reason all of the stuff that should be in the machine always appears on the floor here. So if there's nothing on the floor here, there'll be nothing in that machine. And whatever you do when you open this machine, it'll always be empty. Just a little, there we go, coding. This mistake, I guess. So there's another vendor's magazine over there, Junktown Jerky, reduction in prices. And a locked door here, advanced lockpick. And behind this place is the downstairs power room, which, guess what, gets you another fusion core. Oh, okay, went the wrong way there. There we go.
Yes.
Okay, so now we're on 4 fusion cores plus a half. That should easily be enough now. So let's head on down out of Lexington and into Cambridge proper. I can remember how to get out of here. Well, we might as well get this door as well now that we're stumbling around here. Hold on a second.
That's it.
Apparently my cat needs to go out. Just a minute. Almost the same. I'll start talking for an extended period. My cat always assumes I'm talking to him. So let's grab in here, find Wonder Glue and another blood pack. 2 blood packs. Most excellent. Now what I need to do is find a chemistry station. Can't remember where the nearest one is. So, over here, there's a crashed vertibird over there in the lake and a partial suit of power armour, which I think if you're into collecting suits of power armour, then there's a ton of them around here. And Vega is over there. Actually not a bad idea sometimes to go into Full Vega, especially early on if you don't know where all the power cores are. And right on top of it there's a bobblehead, the repair bobblehead, which allows you to save 10% of the power core's fuel, or use less. I can't remember how it words it, but it can be quite useful. Alright, there's a lot of flats there with a bunch of raiders in. And I think that's pretty much it. It's the Lexington bus station. Road down to Cambridge. Oh, one road into Cambridge. Always an encounter going on in that building there. It's currently like it's a bunch of ghouls versus scavengers maybe, raiders possibly. Raiders by the looks of it. Everyone. So I use Molotovs quite regularly early on because, especially against ghouls, they're lethal. This bunch of ghouls appears every now and again. They're all named. I think they're supposed to be what's left of your neighbours, the ones that were left waiting outside the vault when you and your dead spouse were admitted with Sean. I think that's what they're supposed to be, but I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm going to follow this highway just for a little bit, because there's another. I've just remembered there's another fusion core I'm going to get from this. That's the entrance to Cambridge Square right there, and that place is full of ghouls. Where we want to go is the top level of this interstate. To get there, you need to take a little lift. Which is, yeah, okay. Now, if you leave this a little bit later in the game, the armour that you'll find up here will be T51, but I think you need to wait until you're around about level 15 or so. I'm at level 8 or 9 right now. So this might be T45B, it's most likely to be just T45. But there is a power core in here, fusion core I should say. Yeah, this is still just T45, it's under level 10. But that's fine, it's pretty easy to get T51 early. So early after level 15. Now, let me just jump up here. There's the vertibird. If you look at crashed vertibirds in the world, usually you will find a suit or a partial suit of power armour nearby. I say usually because not all of them do. But this particular vertibird appears to have dropped its ammunition and stuff on the road, so a couple of boxes of ammo. I don't have to, it's not noticed. And this road is the one that leads down the other side of Corvega. That over there. What is that? Oh, that's Beantown Brewery, yeah. Anyway, we're going to go and help the Brotherhood of Steel right now.
Intruder alert! Hold up. We're being stalked. We appreciate the assistance, civilian. But what's your business here?
I'm just trying to survive out here, like everyone else.
The way you charged in and engaged those ferals, I find that a bit difficult to believe. Are you from a local settlement?
Let's just grab some food. I need to cook some of this stuff up.
I'm from Sanctuary Hills. On the other side of Concord?
I've seen the location on our maps, but I've never visited the area myself. There is elect. If I appear suspicious, it's because our mission here has been difficult. Since the moment we arrived in the Commonwealth, we've been constantly under fire. If you want to continue pitching in, we could use an extra gun on our side.
I'll continue to help, but you owe me an explanation first.
Very well. I'm Paladin Dance, Brotherhood of Steel. Over there is Scribe Halen and Knight Reese. We're on recon duty, but I'm down a man and our supplies are running low. I've been trying to send a distress call to my superiors, but the signal's too weak to reach them.
Sir, if I may...
Proceed, Halen.
I've modified the radio tower on the roof of the police station, but I'm afraid it just isn't enough. What we need is something that will boost the signal.
Our target is ArcJet Systems, and it contains the technology we need, the deep-range transmitter. We infiltrate the facility, secure the transmitter, and bring it back here. So what do you say? You willing to lend the Brotherhood of Steel a hand?
All right then,
Time
Dan,
to
let's
waste.
go for it.
Let's get moving.
Outstanding.
Right, let's reload that. Can't grab some stuff off these.
Halen, take Reese inside and bind his wound.
Yes, sir.
Reese, once you're on your feet, I want you to make certain the perimeter is secure.
I'm on it.
All right, civilian. It's time to prove your worth. Head into the police station and resupply yourself. Then let me know when you're ready to begin. Let's move out.
All right, big guy. Let's go.
Thank you very much. This is a fairly good place early on to sort of store stuff. Just go into the Cambridge police station, loot everything you can, and go and do Paladin Dance's quest, which I think is probably what we're going to do now. Shouldn't take too long. He pretty much does all the work, so it's just free experience.
Catch me up or what?
I don't know. Your prognosis looks pretty grim. Might be more humane to just
Right,
take
just
you
gonna
out
go grab
back
a
and
few
shoot
things
you.
around here.
You're all hard, Doc.
Just quit squirming so I
Drop
can
off
get
a
these
bunch of other
bandages
stuff.
on you.
Out the way, Dance.
Paladin Dance.
You ready to move out?
No. Out the way. Okay. Let's go that. Just trying to think where everything is in here. There's guns and bullets in this safe, but you need expert lockpick, or after you've killed all the Brotherhood of Steel, once they turn against you later in the game, you can pick the key off the corpse of one of them. But yeah, it's quite a way down the line. You can see there's lots of stuff in here you can pick up. It's like, you know, a case of pick and choose, or this room's always got some similar sorts of stuff in. I want to take myself downstairs in a minute, because that's where it's easiest to store a load of stuff if you want to store it. That thing down here, that need to go and more buff out. There's your first set of military fatigues. I kind of like using either military fatigues or army fatigues, because you can wear armour over the top of them, and I believe both of them take weave, ballistic weave. Anyway, that's that. We should have enough stuff to be able to repair our armour. Let's just grab that. Grab the turpentine. The cat's pummeling at the window to try and come in now, but if I let him in, he'll only cause a ruck, want to be fed. It's just going to have to wait. He'll be alright. You can just watch the birds outside on his launch pad. I can get my microphone untangled with the wire. Stop making all that noise. There we go. Okay. let's see what repairs we've got here. Thank you. One thing to remember, if you're repairing stuff out in the wilderness away from your settlements, if you use a bench, always make sure you grab everything out of it once you've finished repairing, because that's where all of your stuff goes. It breaks down. It doesn't go back into your inventory, it actually goes into the workbench. But on the flip side of that, what it does mean is that these workbenches never reset. So you'll always be able to find, if you've used a workbench, you'll always be able to find stuff in them. So they're ideal dumping grounds for lots of loot that you don't actually really want to be carrying around, which is quite a lot in my case at the moment. Don't need that. Don't need that at the moment. Although, yeah, maybe we do. Where have we gone? There we are. Because what we'll do is, once we've cleared out Arcjet, which is where we're off to now, we'll want to head over to Sunshine Tidings to clear that place out and make a bed. Anyway, 168. We have quite a lot of stuff on us, which is annoying. Okay, let's go through. Come on, give it to me. Thank you. I don't need, I'm going to leave here, because that's often what causes overweightedness. 45, yeah, we'll leave that here. We don't really need it at the moment. I don't need 282 of those either, so let's drop 182. Okay, well, let's put my weight down considerably, which is nice. Fine. It appears. There we go. Okay. Hold on just a second while I let the cat in. Okay, right, I think that's probably enough for now. Let's jump up. Maybe we can actually get some more military paint on this. I don't think I've picked up any. Yes, I have. I can get 2 more pieces of military. Let's do the arms. Now we just need 3, which we'll probably be able to pick up in systems. Okay, that's that. we're going to come back here, so whatever we leave, we can always pick and choose what we pick up. Right, let's head back in and go talk to Dance. There's loads of stuff you can pick up in here for loot. Just general stuff, nothing too fancy. Trying to get more antibiotics, I'll take that. And that little cupboard's always a useful source of stuff. It's random, but there's always some good stuff in there.
Think you're some kind of hotshot?
Sorry about the other guys.
Whatever. Hold on, just get the hell out of the way. Will you? No. There we go. Grab that. No, that's there. Where's... Dance. Let's go.
Paladin Dance.
You ready to move out?
Yes.
Ready.
Outstanding. Follow me, and try not to lag behind.
Yes, sir. Alright. I think I'll go with the 10 milli. It's not very hard hitting, but then you don't need a very hard hitting gun early on. Especially if you're in power armor. Come on. Dance, get out the way. There we go. Just made it through. Let's head out.
We'll take this alley. Follow me.
You don't really need to do the Brotherhood quest this early, but they're pretty easy. There's no reason not to.
Arcjet is a short hike to the west. If we take this road, we should be able to avoid the larger packs of ferals infesting Cambridge. Traveling this far from the police station is a risk. And getting that transmitter up and running needs to be our top priority. If it was up to me, I'd relocate my team.
This
Try
way.
mainland detecting some disturbing energy.
Watch out here, there's a
Need to be investigated.
bunch of
We don't know
dead
much about
ghouls and a couple of mines.
And broadcast on a
Need the mines at the moment.
frequency
We'll disarm those.
whoever, whatever,
So we can't loot these guys. Need a coffee cup, that's
our
terrible.
job to investigate.
Turn arounds. Now, what we're going to try and do is pick up a full set of leather gear. Not for the armor value, but purely so that we can modify it to have pocketed on it. It's fairly lightweight, and once it's modified with pocketed, it gives you a lot of extra carry weight. Oh, come on, Daz, stop messing about. Hey, you gotta move on. You. Oh, apparently we've leveled up. Right, let's get that advanced hacking going. Should have had that way before now, but make sure my Molotovs are up and running. We've got an encounter coming up here. This is raiders attacking a trader. The trader and his guards go down immediately, but then you have to take out the raiders. So a well-placed Molotov usually does the trick. As if Dance doesn't kill them all for you.
Going, weapons cold.
It's another good reason to get the perception bobblehead,
Might
because if you
surprise
start
you,
with
but
full
my
perception,
retarding isn't the first to visit the common
then yeah, full perception gives you that, but the perception bobblehead then gives you demolition expert. And level 1 is 25% more damage, but level 2 gains you a throwing arc,
over the
which is really useful. And once you get used to it, you know pretty much judge where it's got to be. Throwing out the art is pretty useful.
The second wasn't so fortunate. Shortly after they arrived, we lost contact with them. They haven't been heard from since. As far as my team goes, we've lost 4 good men in this godforsaken wasteland. It's been a tough.
Let's see how we're doing for that set of armor. Okay, I'm ready. Excellent.
Target for the moment we
Here
arrive.
we go.
But despite our setbacks, I don't intend to give up and head home, or end up missing.
We'll pick up a few extra bits of leather armor as well, just to never forget to loot the Brahmin. He's always got some loads of good stuff on it. I'm going to be picking up leather chest pieces, but leather arms and legs are worth collecting just to break down because they don't weigh very much. Yeah, you've got some hide. Place to go to, because behind it is the earliest doctor that I know of in the game, unless you get a random encounter with Doc Anderson, I think it is. Let's just take care of those 2 flies over
May
there.
have a problem.
Okay. Very accurate today, but hey, it is what it is. Bunch of pooches up here, just over the rise. Let's see if I can lob a Molotov up there. Nope, missed him. Stay right through it. Nope, still more. Where are you? There you are. It's too far away. Alright, I will grab some of this, just because there's a first redstone meat. Lovely. Okay. I think that's enough meat. I need to find a cooking station to cook some of this stuff up. I think Bethany, Dr. O's is talking about, has a cooking station. It's pretty radioactive up there, so whether you want to jump out of your power armor and use it is another matter entirely.
There it is. Arc jet systems. There shouldn't be any exterior security, so we'll head in through the front.
Useful. Take the desk fans for screws. Of course, you can avoid pretty much all hunting for materials if you take scrapper early on. Breaking down weapons
Paladin,
gives you a
listen
ton
up.
of screws
We do this clean and
and
quiet.
aluminium
No
and
heroics,
materials
by
like
the
that.
book. Understood? Understood.
Outstanding. Remember, our primary target is the deep-range transmitter.
But it's just another
Stay focused
perk you
and check your fire.
not wasted,
I don't want to be
but-
hit by stray bullets.
that doesn't give you any benefit other than crafting benefits. So I prefer to just try and loot stuff. It shouldn't take very long coming through here.
It was corporations like this that put the last nail in the coffin for mankind. They exploited technology for their own gains, pocketing the cash and ignoring the damage they've done. Look at these wrecks. It appears as though the facility's automated security's already been dealt with.
Good. Less security to worry about.
Negative. There's nothing good about it. Look at the evidence. There isn't a single spent ammunition casing or drop of blood in sight. These robots were assaulted by Institute synths.
I'll be on the lookout.
Roger that. Let's move out.
Thank you, Dance. Yes. Let's grab that. Anything that doesn't weigh very much is useful. Weighs a bit more, hey.
This place is a mess, but I still see a few pieces of salvage that might be interested in. After we're done here, I'll have to mark this place for sweep and retrieve.
Now, the only really interesting thing in here, well, there's another fusion core right up towards the end. There's also a magazine. Is it the Tesla, or is it a Massachusetts Surgical Journal? I can't remember. One or the other.
Looks like a dead end. See if you can find a way to get that door open.
Yeah.
I'm gonna reconnoiter the area.
Right, this terminal gives you the password that you need. There we go. Object password added. And let's grab that aluminium and nuclear material. And this is where you need to open the door. You need the password. Or I think you can hack it. I can't remember what the hacking level is.
Nice work. Let's show them how the front runs. Send them and burn them now! Think you're clever?
Is someone present? Whoever or whatever you are, I know you are out there.
Target has disappeared.
That happens quite a lot. Want to be careful of these. They do explode. Fewer than an object, so you really need to be careful.
Repairs impossible. Target. Failure.
Right, if we open this, Dance will take a different route.
Got it.
He'll come down off his perch up there, unless he's already gone too far. Nope, there we go. Only heads through here because this is the shortcut. I don't want to go up top anyway because there's a couple of workbenches up here I'd like to use. So in here, grab that, grab that. I think that's all that's in here. There is an expert terminal there, but there's the workbench I was looking for. Chemistry station. Let's see if we've got enough stuff on us to make some more refreshing beverages. That's handy. Random stealth toy. That's a rare drop in. Okay, they're always welcome. Healing. Yes. How many have we got? Loads. Not enough anesthetic to make too many. So we need to be looking out for that. Antibiotics. I don't need to make any more of that at the moment. We will condense our supplies a little bit. Let's make some great lanterns. Some buff jet. Make some psycho jet. always useful to condense as many of your drugs as you possibly can. They're worth more, and B, it saves weight. Workbenches. We should be able to get some good work on this. Some more stuff with me instead of leaving it all at the police station, but hey, it is what it is. Now, can we make... Yes, we can. How many of these? Not enough. Okay, well, at least we'll put the pocketed on the leather. Yeah, that's the only one we can do. Fine. And like I said before, I'm not really wearing the armour for any protection. It's worthless. It's worthless on survival mode until you get much higher level and ballistic weave, and then you can just really wear armour. But 5.5 weight, so it only goes up 0.5 as you add pocketed, but you get plus 10 carry capacity for the chest piece and plus 5 for each of the limbs, which is very useful. So remember to pick up the stuff in there. Now I'm pretty sure I don't have enough adhesive to do anything else. Ah, excellent. Antiseptic. Alright, go back and make another refreshing beverage. Let's take the power armor. It's just too slow otherwise. Do in here. Let's just get these. Not too tricky. Let's head down here. There's dance. I think there's a stealth point in here as well. Yes, there is. Ammo case. Yeah, shotgun shells. I'll take it. Yeah, if you just bum around in here, Dance takes the lead and just wanders ahead and kills everything too. There's no real need to be charging ahead. It's just easy experience doing this quest. I think up here is where the magazine is. Oh, it is a test site.
Hell yeah.
Plus 5 critical damage and energy weapons, which is very useful. Seems the reward for this mission is an energy weapon. Through here. Grab the Wake Master alarm clock. Yeah, as you see, Dance has already killed everything. It's just a case of wandering along behind him and picking up all the garbage. Of which there's quite a lot of useful stuff from turrets in this place. There's a safe down there. Like I said, I mean, you can explore all of this yourself. It's not much fun for me to show you where everything is. There's an overdue book here, and the only reason to pick up overdue books in the game is to pick up one magazine from the Boston Library, which is a medical journal. However, I don't see any point in doing it, because the Boston Library, you can pick up 6 of the 10 books you need for the tokens, and then in Trinity Church, which is right next door, you can find the other 4. So there's, in my opinion, there's absolutely no point in picking up overdue books at all, other than that. If there was more valuable stuff in the reward machines, or the token return token thingy machines, whatever, I know what I'm trying to say, then it might be worth picking them up, but yeah, there's no need. Bit of a waste of effort.
Engine course ahead. Should be our final stop.
So yeah, later on, right, when we get to the Boston Public Library, I'll show you all the locations of the books that you need for...
Watch your footing. Looks like the power's out in this section.
For the magazine in the reward machine. The reward dispenser thingy, whatever it's called.
Look at this place.
Alright, so downstairs here, there's 2 items of interest, I should say. One of them is, well, kind of irrelevant in this game. I don't even know why they bothered putting this particular weapon in, because junk is so useful. The junk jet.
Perfect.
Complete waste of time. Because you want to be using your junk for stuff, not firing it away in this ridiculous gun. All at 3 it was okay, it was decent. I mean, killing stuff with teddy bears was kind of cool. But, all at 4, nah. It's kind of a waste of space, especially as it weighs like 30 or something like that. And it's unupgraded. Right, so let's go in here, crack open this. Yeah, let's grab that as well. There's a novice terminal here, which you need to crack open to get the power
Got
on.
it.
And of course, got a fusion core. No pass up. Yeah, one novice terminal there. First terminal I've done.
Yes.
Oh. Well, there you go. Easy.
Engine core power restored. Thermal engine fuel.
Now we get attacked. Now
Prime
you can go
and
out
standing
there
by
and
for your command.
kill off all the things. Or might go direct. Start up the engine.
Command accepted. Commencing 5-second countdown.
If you don't go out there, these things, the suits just keep dropping down until most of them
3,
cannot die.
2,
So you can just set him off
stealth capability.
until
1. Engine firing.
boom. Roll dance gets a little bit cooked. But he's fine. So once that's all over,
Test
that,
creating
jump jet
completed
in there.
with an efficiency rating of
Yeah, you don't really don't want to wander out here. There's these explosive
96.7%.
crate things here. Yeah, let's check he's alright.
Oh my god! Are you alright? Got cooked by those flames. Thanks to my power armor, I'm still in one piece.
Yeah,
The
right.
important thing is that we're still alive.
If I'd been in there, I'd have been cooked well and proper. Let's grab a few more fusion cells. Because we can. If you pick up the pistols as well, you tend to get more ammunition, but to be honest with you, fusion cells are so common that it's kind of pointless. Not worth selling, I suppose, but...
Going down.
Let's fix our... Okay, well, we'll have an iguana on a stick then. And... there we go. That Lance can't fit in the lift, so you might as well just leave him downstairs.
Going up.
Magically teleports up anyway. Let's grab the
Found you!
Hostile sensor reading detected. Movement detected. Curious.
Easy. Just let Dan do all the work. Let's use some water to heal myself. Use the level up, why not? What can we get this time? I don't think there's anything of huge importance, so we might as well go for an extra rank of sneak, so we don't trigger floor-based traps now.
Device anywhere. Fan out and check the synth remains. They may have been after the transmitter as well.
Okay. I'm never quite sure which synth drops the transmitter, but it's always on a synth body.
Let's get out of here. We'll take the service elevator to the surface.
And of course there's the obligatory steamer trunk at the end of the level, so to speak. So it's always worth rummaging in. Okay, here we go, and we're done. And one more thing to finish off part 3. We'll just go and seek out Bethany's assistance to get rid of the rats. There is many.
Going up.
That's the reason I didn't heal my radiation with a refreshing beverage, because I want to show off Bethany's location. Plus it's sort of on the way to Sunshine Tidings. So,
Bunker looks clear. Let's move out.
yeah, a couple of last bits and pieces you can grab around here. There's that, there's a lantern, stim pack. That's pretty much it. Oh, there's some jet down here as well, I think. No, it's vodka. That's right. Jet somewhere else. Right. Let's talk to the Danticus.
Dance?
Well, that could have gone smoother, but mission accomplished.
I thought we worked well as a team.
Agreed. It's a refreshing change to work with a civilian who can follow orders properly. That being said, I believe we have 2 important matters to discuss. First and foremost, if you'll hand me the deep-range transmitter, I'd like to compensate you for your assistance during this operation. I think you'll find this weapon useful. It's my own personal modification of the standard Brotherhood laser rifle. May it serve you well in battle.
Thank you.
You're welcome, civilian. Now, as far as the second matter goes, I wanted to make you a proposal.
Oh,
We had
really?
a lot thrown at us back there. Our op could have ended in disaster, but you kept your cool and handled it like a soldier. There's no doubt in my mind that you've got what it takes. The way I see it, you've got a choice. You could spend the rest of your life wandering from place to place, trading an extra hand for a meager reward. Or, you could join the Brotherhood of Steel and make your mark on the world. So, what do you say?
Maybe.
What would be expected of me if I joined?
You'd be under my command, and I'd expect you to follow orders. No more mercenary work. This is the real thing. You'd have access to advanced military weapons, as well as your own personal suit of power armor. Most importantly, you'd have the Brotherhood at your back, ready to spill its own blood to keep you alive. Offer still stands. Can we count on you?
That's the scary
I'd be
part.
honored to join.
That's what I wanted to hear. Meet me back at the police station, and we'll discuss the details.
Bunch of militant fanatics, the Brotherhood of Steel. Their way is the only way. Okay, anyway, this is the back of Arcjet. Up there is a little farm hut thing, which actually has another fusion core. So we'll head up there and grab that. There are a couple of stingwings up here, so before you tread the dangerous line of taking on stingwings, make sure you've got medics, because their poison will knock you down rapid. You shouldn't need to worry too much about that one, it should blow itself up. There we go. There's mines in there. This one. Hello. Ow. That hurt. Now, there's usually more than one mine in here. But it looks like this guy's set them all off, which is useful. Anyway, there's the fusion core. Which is what we came up here for. So in here, more stuff. And just over here, that little shack there near an irradiated pool. If you come here during daytime, Bethany will be standing out on the edge so you can get yourself irradiated. But she sleeps in the hut at night. And it's, well, unless you've taken 10 Radax, it's kind of pointless in going in there, because you'll just get more irradiated than, or finish more irradiated than when you started. But yeah, Doctor, hey, don't go any closer.
Hi.
Not many doctors around these days. Should let me take a look at you.
Alrighty.
Patch me up, Doc.
Go over your symptoms with me.
Think I soaked up some rads out there.
All right, let's flush your system. All done. Any other complaints?
Just
yeah,
hurt
just for
all over.
55
You've
caps,
seen
you can get
worse.
yourself
Better stitch you
irradiated
up before
and
infection
cured.
sets in, though.
And this is the closest doctor that I know of to Sanctuary.
All done. Any other complaints?
Unless you get the random encounter with
done.
Doc Anson.
Take better care of yourself.
He's a level 3 merchant, which you can also recruit, but you have to have charisma of 6 and have taken the relevant perks before you can recruit her, so finding her early on is kind of a bit meh. Over there, that is the Federation ration stockpile. There's another suit of power armor over there with a fusion core in it, but if you don't get to it in time, one of the raiders will jump in it, and once they've jumped in it, they don't get out, so it makes it inaccessible. So usually I like to try and go there after dark, do a little bit of sneakity poo, and grab the fusion core so they can't access the power armor. Anyway, we're heading up this way. Up here, there's a gunner outpost up there, which we're probably going to have to clear out. Yeah, there we go. Been spotted. Let's actually take a shot with this, see if we can take out the turret. Okay, let's pass on. Now it's just a case of whacking the gunner. There's a couple up there too, and another turret. But generally,
I'm on him.
if you're underneath.
Lock and load.
Hello. You can die now. Sometimes the guys up top, that guy will throw himself off. Dumbass. Yeah. If you just wait down here, one of... Oh, they both have today. Both of the gunners that are standing up top have thrown themselves off to their doom, which is nice, which only leaves a turret up the top there. Get off my left. Like that. Wait for the caution to change to hidden. Let's go up. Rush the turret. There we go. Pretty simple. And as usual, there's a steamer trunk. It's like a location. Most locations that you have to clear out will give you a steamer trunk if you know where to look. And up here, so I don't really need to use this station here. There's one over at Sunshine Tidings, but we'll use it anyway. We're running about 15 minutes over the hour now. That's quite a long time. Let's just cook up all our food. Sure we didn't leave anything. Oh, yeah, we got something. Properly overweight. Right, let's... what do we want? Let's use a grilled red roach and... we don't need that. And mutton chops, why not? Yeah, headshots served. That board there is why generally in the game I don't mess with gunners, show them any mercy. I just play a game shooting people in the head. So yeah, there you go. Gunners. Just up that hill there is where we're headed to set up our next little bed. Sunshine Tidings Co-op. I can't remember what the robot up here is called, but it's kind of pointless because he's only here when you first arrive. He disappears after that. So really, you might as well. Professor Goodfeels. Yeah, you might as well just kill him because he'll give you some decent materials usually. And like I said, he disappears after the first time you're here anyway, so it's just free stuff. Now, to claim this place as your own, there are 2 ghouls in here which you need to kill, and 2 ghouls up there. The red roaches don't count, there are about 3 or 4 of those. So it's worth coming up here and clearing this little hut first, because you get a magazine in here which gives you double meat off animal kills. Ah, missed me. Come on, give me the headshot. Give it. Thank you. You. Alright, that's 2 of them. As well, grab what we can. Dead geezer. There's the magazine next to the steamer truck. It's actually worth coming over this way just to pick up that magazine if you're playing on survival mode. But But realistically, the only reason I'm here is just to, I don't know, is to set up a bed so that we can have a save point. Let's just run point here, slide all there. Missed. Damn. Missed. Haha. Okay, so yeah, once you've killed those 4 ghouls, there are other dead ghouls lying around the place, which no doubt find when you do a little bit of exploring of your own. But once you've killed that lot, the place is yours. And now all I'm going to do is just lose some stuff, build a bed. Well, you don't have to build a bed, but I'll be honest with you, most of the beds here are pretty rank. So you've got a cooking station there. There's plenty of concrete on the place. What you need for building a water pump. So we'll grab a few of those. Another pile of them up here. I don't need that many, I was just sort of being thorough. And then in here, you can just actually clear this place out by looking through the window if you need to. The only reason I'm doing that is because there's a rad roach in here. Sometimes it's a legendary, but anyway. There we go. Any other shotgun shells? Okay, let's go back to the 10 milli. A little bit more. There we go.
Sweet.
Alright, now that we've got our concrete blocks, let's make a water pump. That'll do. Get rid of the rest of this stuff. Don't need any of it. Over the time I've been playing this game, this is the most solid structure. There's a solid roof. It already has a door, so it's probably the best place in Sunshine Tidings to build yourself a bed. So I'll do that, and that means now we have everything that we need. So probably what I'll do is I'll stop this here. So we're nearly at an hour and a half. So that's kind of a fair old whack. And I will see you next time for part 4.